Hello everyone, it's Jim Smith Jr., the Director of Golf at the Cricket Club, and this is the first foray of the staff and I into video snippets to give you a little bit more information, and that what we hope will be valuable information on different topics. I know you love getting all the emails I send, but we thought maybe video would be a more effective tool to use in certain circumstances. So the first thing that we're going to talk about are some frequently asked questions that the staff and I get regarding handicapping, and these are in no particular order. So I'll start out by, a lot of members ask, when should you post scores? Like, what am I supposed to post? And the general rule of thumb is you should post every score, when you play golf. Every time you play, you should be posting a score. You have to play a minimum of 7 holes in order to post a score. So if you play between 7 and 12 holes of golf, you should put a 9-hole score in. If you play 13 or more holes, you should put an 18-hole score in. So now the question comes up, well, if I only played 7 holes, how do I put a 9-hole score in? Well, what you do is you take the 8th and the 9th holes, which you didn't play, let's say, and you post what you would have made based on par plus the number of shots you get. So if you were getting 1 shot on the 8th hole and par was 4, you post a 5. Extrapolating that out to an 18-hole score, let's say you play 13 holes, and you don't know what to put in holes 14 through 18. Again, figure out what the shots are that you would be allocated on those holes, and then add those to par on each hole, and that will give you a postable 18-hole score. Another question that we often get is, what score do I put down if I'm playing in match play and somebody concedes me a shot, or we're playing in a better ball partners event, my partner makes a 4 and I don't finish the hole? What you're supposed to do is put down what you most likely would have made subject to equitable stroke control. So let's say, for example, you're playing a better ball event, your partner makes a 4, you're laying 20 feet away in 4, you can't help the team. Chances are from 20 feet you would 2-putt. Some people might 1-putt, some people might 3-putt. The average is that you 2-putt, so you would put down a 6. Now I mentioned equitable stroke control because that's a key component. Equitable stroke control was created to alleviate wild swings and handicaps. So the way it works is, if your course handicap is 0 to 9, the most you can put down on any hole is a double bogey. If your course handicap is 10 to 19, the most you can put down is a 7. If you're 20 to 29, the most you can put down is an 8. A 30 to 39 is a 9, and a 40 or higher is a 10. So, we all have bad holes, and I have more than most. And if I were posting my scores, again, I can put a double bogey down 7 on a par 5, or I can put down a double bogey 5 on a par 3. So we have equitable stroke control charts for you at all the handicap computers to make it a little bit easier, but that's a quick summary of what ESC is. One of the questions that we often get is, how does the club handle handicap integrity? And there is a handicap committee at the club. There are handicap guidelines that are published. It would take too long to walk you through all the guidelines, but the general theme of the guidelines is that the committee is going to deal with issues as they arise rather than using the sledgehammer to kill an ant, to use an analogy. Basically, there are peer review situations that pop up. Some are automatic, like if you're a handicap golfer and you end up winning an event, you'll automatically get a peer review of your scores. Other times, there's questions that arise about, maybe somebody is wondering, man, this person I played with is a 10 handicap and they shot 68, like something's funny. So a peer review can be triggered at any time by any member sending a letter to the handicap committee asking for it, and that's done anonymously. And it's really part of the USGA system is that peer review, everybody kind of keeping an eye on everybody else is sort of the hallmark of a good handicap integrity system. One of the questions we get asked the most is, what's the difference between a regular score and a tournament score? Regular score postings are just everyday rounds of golf. Tournament scores, theoretically, are given added weight, assuming they count in your handicap, because it's played in a tournament. The easiest thing to think about with tournament scores is you don't have to post anything as a tournament score unless the event is run by a committee and you are notified in advance that the score is to be posted as a tournament score. So if you're not told that, or it's not on the rule sheet, then it's not going to be posted as a tournament score. So that's probably the easiest way to deal with tournament scores. Another question we get is, who has to maintain a handicap? The club guidelines state that every full golf member is required to pay for and maintain a handicap, and that includes juniors who have access to the golf courses, although there is no charge for any junior. Actually, that would be age 17 or younger. We put them on the handicap sheets, but there is no charge for them. And then, simple question is, how do I post scores? Well, we have handicap computers located in the men's and women's locker rooms. We have one in the pro shop. We now have one installed at the St. Martin's Pro Shop. So any of the staff is available to help you post your scores if you're on property. Or you can always go to gin.com, GHIN.com, and you can post your scores remotely through the GIN website. Last but certainly not least is, how do you get a handicap? Most members already have established handicaps, but we always have people who are developing handicaps. You have to have at least 5 scores posted to get a handicap. And the way the handicaps work is you're given a handicap index, and those indexes are updated twice a month. They're updated between April 1st and October 31st on the 1st and the 15th of every month. So as you post scores, your index will change, and then it's your index that we use to develop a course handicap. And indexes are a traveling number, so your course index might be 10.1, and that might equal an 11 on the Wissahickon course, but if you go play Pine Valley, which is a higher sloped and higher rated course, it might equal a 13. So all you really got to know is that you have a handicap index, and every time you come to the club, we actually have the ability to print out a handicap updated index card for you that you can keep with you and travel with. It makes it real easy. But that's it on handicaps. I know that I kind of blew through this pretty fast. Hopefully this helps, and there'll be more of these videos coming out as the year progresses, and we hope you find them helpful and interesting and effective. Have a great day.